Good morning and welcome to the first edition of the video market analysis for this week from ADS Securities Abu Dhabi. It's Monday, the 15th of September 2014. Beginning with the latest developments in the UK, the media polls remains mixed. Some Scottish newspaper reports that they are around 53% are opposing the independence. However, the Sunday Times latest poll showed the yes side with 54%. Despite these polls, the sterling showed some stabilization since the beginning of the Asian session, trading around last week close at 164.63 so far. However, the pair is likely to be very sensitive ahead of the referendum on Thursday. The Aussie continued with its decline across the board since the beginning of the Asian session as well, declining the most against the Japanese yen and the US dollar. The Aussie yen trading around 96.50s, while the Aussie dollar tested its key support, which stand at 0.90, which is also the last week close seen very bearish, as the last week opening price equals the high and the weekly close also equals the low or the weekly low. In the meantime, 0.90 seen very solid support. However, a breakthrough that support may open the way for further declines towards 0.8924, which also later or could be seen later this week. The pair reached our target mentioned, or our targets mentioned at the beginning of last week's at 0.9130s and 0.9080s, when the pair was trading around 0.9164. During the Asian session today, few economic figures were released from the UK and Australia, which had a muted impact. In the UK, the Right Move House Price Index increased by 0.9% in September, comparing to a sharp decline of 2.9% in August, which is the first monthly increase in 2 months. In Australia, the new motor vehicle sales also fell for the second month in a row, posting the biggest monthly decline since February, declining by 1.8% in August, comparing to another decline of 1.5% in July. Going forward to the European session today, there are also two economic figures will be released from Switzerland and the Eurozone, which may have a slight impact on the markets. In Switzerland, the producer price index may increase by 0.2% in August, comparing to no growth in July, which would be also the first monthly increase since June. In the Eurozone, the trade balance surplus may widen further to 15.9 billion euros in July, up from 13.8 billion euros in June, which would be the highest surplus since January. As for the US session today, there are also three economic figures will be released. The Empire State Manufacturing Index is expected to rise further to 16.4 in September, up from 14.7 in July, which would be the highest reading in 2 months. The Capacity Utilization Rate also may tick higher to 79.3 in August, up from 79.2 in July, which also would be the highest since March of last year. And most importantly and finally, the US industrial production may rise by 0.3% in August, after a rise of 0.3% in July. This is it for today. Stay tuned this week, as we will be following two major events: the Federal Reserve decision in the US and the Scottish referendum in the UK. This is it for today. You can follow us on our social media sites, Twitter, Facebook and YouTube, to get the latest economic releases, reports and analysis. Thank you for watching.